Today I'm going to show you 3 different ways to customize your iPad home screen. If you guys want a full in-depth tutorial on how to use the Widgetsmith app, I actually have a video on that, so this is going to be more of just ideas, and let's get into it. Starting off, I am making a new Pinterest board called Home Screen, which is going to have all of the photos, or at least most of the photos that I used throughout this whole video. So if you want to get some of the exact photos that I used, just head over to my Pinterest. I will have it linked below, and head over to this board, and it is full of, aesthetic photos and some fun ideas for you guys to look at. So I always start out this process by picking what my background is going to be. So for this light academia aesthetic, I picked this kind of interior structure. I'm not sure where this is, but it's beautiful. And then I just went through and I removed all of my widgets. If you want to see how I made that exact home screen, I have it in my 2022 prep video. But I'm just deleting it to start from scratch so I can show you guys how to build your custom home screen from the ground up. So once I have my wallpaper image and I delete all the widgets, I just head into the Widgetsmith app, and this is where we are going to create all of our custom widgets to put on our home screen. I'm going to start by doing some large photo widgets. These are super simple to make, and you can upload pretty much any picture you find on Pinterest, or I've even uploaded my own custom vision boards. And all you have to do is head into the large widget, tap on it, and you will hit the photo feature, and then you will go to selected photo, hit choose photo, and from here you can choose any photo within your Photos app. Like I mentioned earlier, I have a whole video walking you through how to create custom home screens, so I'm moving a little bit fast here because I've already kind of gone over this process before, so I'm kind of just giving you guys ideas in this video. But then I go in and I'm downloading a bunch of different photos that I found on Pinterest that I want to include on my home screen. Basically, all I will do is upload each of these photos as its own widget, as a large widget, in the Widgetsmith app, which I do believe you have to download separately. It's free and you can pay for it. I personally don't. I just use all of the free features, and I find that it works perfectly for me. And you can see here I'm just kind of picking and choosing which pictures I want on my home screen. The next feature I wanted to add in here was my own custom text widget. So I did this using the medium size, and you can just scroll through all of the different options. Like I said, these are all free, and you will see one that says custom text. So once you click on that custom text feature, you can go in, customize it. You can completely change the colors and the fonts to be exactly how you like it. I was going for, a lot of whites and creams, all of those kind of colors. So I went in and I picked whatever font I wanted. I went with a cream color. For the text, I wanted to do some sort of quote, and since this is a academia kind of aesthetic, I picked a quote by Michelangelo that says, "Genius is eternal patience," which is very accurate. So once I had some photo widgets and this quote widget and like a calendar, I decided to start laying it out on my home screen and seeing what I liked, what I didn't like, what I wanted to add. So all you have to do is just tap and hold on any app, and you can hit edit home screen. And in the top left hand corner is where you will go in and you can add in your widgets. So I just scroll down to the Widgetsmith app, and you can choose any of the features here. So I went in with the large. So I'm just going in and I'm adding all of those widgets that I just made. And you can see once you add a widget onto your screen, if you just tap it and tap into it, you can go through and change which widget you actually want to have. So as you can see here, I have 2 large widgets. So this whole process is really just adding widgets to the Widgetsmith app and then adding those to your home screen and kind of messing around with it until you get a layout that you like. The next widget I'm going to add to the screen is the Reminders widget. So to do this, all you have to do is open up your Reminders app within your iPad, And then you're going to create a new list and write down a couple of reminders that you want to have on your home screen on a day-to-day basis. This could be just positive affirmations. This could be actual reminders that you need to do. This could be healthy habits you're trying to keep track of. So I just went ahead and I added those reminders in, and I used all of these emojis that kind of reminded me of the academia aesthetic that we're going for, just to stick with the theme. Then I'm just adding a couple more widgets based on apps that I already have on my iPad. So I added in a little screen time widget, a clock widget. I like having both of these. I really like having my screen time on all of my screens, just so I'm staying mindful about that, because I've talked about this before, but really trying to lessen my screen time this year. Something I did not really do in this video is change all of the app covers. I know a lot of people will change all of the app covers using shortcuts. I just could not sit down and edit all of those apps. I think it looks pretty, but it was just too time consuming for me, and this is already a little bit of a, time consuming process. I mean, it's really not that time consuming, but I was just trying to make it simple. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now you'll just see me kind of messing around with the layout, adding in different photos, different sized widgets, and just kind of playing around with the apps I have on my screen and getting it exactly how I like it. This is completely up to you. You can set it up exactly how you want it. There's so many different ways. So I basically just messed around with it until I finally got a layout that I liked, and here is what the final product looks like. Moving on to the kind of eclectic, retro, I don't even know what to call this aesthetic, but it is an aesthetic for sure. And I really like it. This is my favorite home screen out of all the ones I made in this video. So I started this off with the same process by scrolling through Pinterest, finding a bunch of different photos that fit that vibe that I was trying to create. And I started off by clearing off my home screen again and picking a new wallpaper. So for this one, I chose a nice gradient kind of neon-esque wallpaper. And then just doing the same process as last time, just uploading a bunch of different photos to different size widgets. So I always start with a couple large ones. Then I like to move into the medium-sized ones, and I usually do some sort of clock or some sort of calendar, and then smaller ones I'll pick, like my screen time or little quotes or things like that. But this is kind of the process that I follow throughout this video, throughout anytime I am rearranging my home screen. I always go from large to small, and I start off with the big pictures that I know that I want to be popping off the screen whenever I open up my iPad, and then I kind of move into the more tactical ones like the reminders and the time, calendar, things like that. So since I have this app called the Zen Flip Clock on my iPad, which I have shared before, I have a widget for it. So your widgets kind of, are based upon what apps you already have on your iPad. So as you can see here, because I have that app, I get this cool little flip clock for my home screen as a widget, which I think is awesome. And so I'm just adding that in because I just love the way that the flip clock looks, and I think it perfectly fits this home screen. I'm going in and doing the same exact process with the reminders. I'm picking out a bunch of emojis that, fit that eclectic kind of theme and adding in some reminders. I usually try to make these more mindful reminders of just kind of little positive affirmations that I can see anytime I open up my iPad. Then I'm just editing around the home screen until I get something that I like. I think you guys kind of get the point by now. It's really all just uploading certain pictures, messing around with the apps widgets you already have on your iPad, and then just kind of moving things around, seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like, putting your most used apps, right in the home screen, and yeah, just kind of messing with it. And here's the final product of how this one turned out. And finally, we have the dreamy clouds kind of pastel setup. So again, I'm going to repeat myself for the third time. I go through Pinterest, I find a bunch of photos. Something I really like about Pinterest is whenever you add new photos to a board, there's this little button that says more ideas, and it will show more ideas from what you've recently pinned. So you can just pin a couple of photos that you like, and then go to that more ideas button, and it will automatically, populate a bunch of similar photos to that. So it kind of lessens the work, and you don't have to sit there searching for too long. Kind of helps do some of the work for you. So the first widget I am making for this spread is this little moon widget, which comes with the Widgetsmith app. You don't have to download anything. The Widgetsmith app comes with all of these different templates, which I've shared now a few times in this video, but I love this little moon widget. I think it's so cute, and I chose a nice little pink theme, which I just really liked. It's a nice soft color, pastels, easy on the eyes, very, relaxing kind of colors. Then I'm just adding in a little calendar. I love the font called New York and also Palatino. Those are two of the fonts that I go through, a nice serif font, and I just think that they, look very aesthetically pleasing on any home screen. Here you can see I'm just adding in a little shortcut to the Flourish planner. I show you guys how to do this on Instagram, and I also show you in my 2022 planner video how to create your own custom shortcut for your planner to make it look like an app instead of the GoodNotes app. So this is a cool little hack, and I just decided to make it themed. And then once again, just playing around with it, and here is the final product. I loved making all of these home screens. It was truly a blast. So let me know if you guys want another one of these. I'm happy to come up with 3 more ideas for you. I love doing this, and I think it makes me use my iPad even more. So let me know if you guys want that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Live free, speak your peace. Stay humble in these streets, yeah. In these